Now I know just by looking at this figure in the package, you guys can already hear the and if you can't, you ain't watched Dragon Ball Super. What the heck is up, you guys? Animated Heroes here, back with another action figure review for you guys. And as you can see, this time it is the SH Figuarts. I don't know if you guys want to call this a 2.0 re-release Frieza, whatever the case. I don't know, but I've seen some reviews on this guy, and for the most part, it looks exactly like the same figure. I had the Datong and I had the original, so I know what both of them are like, and this looks the same pretty much. So with that being said, we'll figure that out once we get into the figure, but let's go ahead and take a look at that sexy packaging first. Now there's something about white and purple color scheme that I already like automatically, so to me this sexy packaging is extremely sexy. Of course you got the window packaging with the figure inside it, you got some cool poses on the side right there, Toei at the bottom, Dragon Ball Super instead of Dragon Ball Z, Tamashii Nation's Bandai. Nothing going on this side. On this side, of course, you got some images of him. I don't know why they just put a foot right there. I guess it's just to show that it includes the extra foot, which that's cool. And on the bottom, you got an image of him right there, Frieza right there, SH Figuarts. On the back, of course, you got a whole bunch of poses you can get him into, along with the stuff at the bottom that really does not matter. So with that said, let's go ahead and bust this guy out of the packaging and take a look at him. Now, straight out of the packaging, I'm just going to say that this figure feels exactly like the first one. The only thing new I think that they did is maybe a little bit of sculpt right here between the eyes, but other than that, it feels like the same figure, which means that I guess they just really are going to be able to repaint any figure they want and re-release it. And I mean, I'm cool with this. I knew they were going to do it because a lot of people missed out on the first Frieza. I knew there was going to be another one coming, but I was thinking that they were going to repaint the golden Frieza into this form. And in my opinion, that would have been much more cool because, for one, the head in Super is much smaller than in Z. As you guys can see, he still has this seemingly big top head here. So I wish they would have just did that. That would have been much more cool in my opinion, but I am happy with this. Now, one thing that I don't like is the fact that they included this head for the halo. As you guys can see, there's a hole in the top of it for you to put the halo on, but you can only do it on this head. So if this is the Dragon Ball version or Dragon Ball Super version of Frieza, why not put that on all of the heads? I don't know. I don't understand their decision making sometimes, but like I said, for the most part, this is the same figure, just playing with it already. And they added some paint in here to the shoulders, making this piece purple, so it's not just like a white spot right there when you pose it. Instead of gray, they did blue outlining or shading on it, and it looks a little bit more similar to the Dragon Stars version, and the blue is a lot more intense than what my camera is picking up. I mean, it's kind of all over this thing. You can see it on the ears, you can see it on the neck and collar, all on the arms, down the legs. It's like really intense shading, and it doesn't bother me that much, but I just wonder why they put so much blue on it. It's like sometimes they don't give us shading, and then now they give us shading and it's a little bit too much. But anyway, that's enough rambling on about that. Let's go ahead and put this guy back and see how short he is. Now, to the top of his supersized head, Frieza stands literally 4.5 inches. So as you guys can see, he is very short, which is accurate because Akira Toriyama stated that he wanted this character to be small, and we've seen him in the anime. He's a tiny terror. So that being said, let's go ahead and get into that articulation. Now, articulation wise, Frieza can look up only about that much, which isn't much at all, but it's just because of the size of his head. He looks down that much. That's good, but because of the way they did his eyes, even when he looks down, it still looks like he's looking forward. So you couldn't pose Goku on the ground and Frieza looking down at him. It's just not, I mean, unless you angle it the right way, it's just going to still look like he's looking forward. Now, he can tilt his head to the side much better than the first one. I know that for a fact. The first one got almost no tilt. Now his head can just about touch his shoulder if you pose him right. So that's a plus. His head can turn all the way around, and of course his neck can move around as well. He does have a diaphragm joint, but I mean you get pretty much nothing out of that. Even without this piece right here, you still get just about nothing out of that. So it's almost pointless. You do have a waist swivel as well, but it feels, I don't know if this is just mine, but it feels like this is not meant to turn. So I don't know if it's just me. Any of you guys that have him, please comment below. But this just feels like if I turn it too much, this thing is going to snap. Now his arms go up about that much, actually even further up, so that's a plus for me. Of course, you can move him all the way around. He does have a swivel right there at the bicep. He does have double jointed elbows. Hands are on a ball peg, so you can pretty much move those around however you want. Foot goes forward about that much, but his legs are on the drop down method, so you can pull him down for him to kick out even further. Kick back about that much, really love that. He does the splits that much, awesome. He does have double jointed knees. Oh shit, I thought I broke it. I got scared. Man, that was scary. I wonder if you guys feel the pain through watching this review after I upload it. But yeah, legs not broken. That's a plus. Now, these joints are tight. That's another thing I will say. So, yeah, he does have double jointed knees, but this piece right here is kind of stuck off in there, and it doesn't want to go back. And after that mini heart attack I just had, I don't want to force it on that one. So let's try this one. There we go, much better. So that one bends out the way it's supposed to. As you guys can see, there's a little bit of gap in there when you bend it too much. So yeah, his feet go down that much, feet go up that much. They do have really good tilt, and of course he does not have triple toe articulation, so that just doesn't work. But yeah, for the most part, articulation is good. I think I'm gonna stick this guy in some hot water because, man, that terrified me. But lastly, of course, his tail, which I almost forgot about, goes up, goes down, swivels all the way around, and of course you guys can see it just plugs into the back of him. And also, while I'm showing this one, I'll go ahead and show off this other one, which is the one that he uses to wrap around people's necks. Moves around just about the same. The only difference is that it does have a swivel right there, so you can turn it however you want to, and you just pose him to where it can wrap around someone just like that. And mine has a scratch on it. I don't know what that's about. That's a little disappointing, but yeah, you guys get the gist of it. Moving on to accessories. Also, for that one person who commented before they finished the review, I actually got this part working right here. I just had to play with that joint a little bit. So yeah, he can move around a whole lot better than I was showing, but diaphragm joint still sucks. Now for accessories, here's where I am once again satisfied. And why do you ask? Well, obviously because he comes with the exact same stuff. So yeah, he comes with his normal smirking face. I wish we would have got a frowning face, just like a neutral look for Frieza, but they didn't give us that. He comes with a pair of fist hands, of course. Let's see if I can get him to stand up. There we go. He comes with a pair of blast hands, which every Dragon Ball Z figure needs. He comes with a pair of relaxed hands, which is awesome. I dig that. He comes with two different death beam fingers, and this is actually, I think this is the one for death beam, and I think this is the one for the technique he used when he killed Krillin. So actually these are two different kinds of hands. He comes with a pair of crossed arms, of course. I'm glad they included these because these were necessary. He comes with a pair of Batarang feet, which these things are ugly, man. Frieza has some ugly toes, but yeah, he comes with these. I'm glad they included that. He comes with two different blast effects. This one, I believe, is the death ball, and it comes attached to this piece. I believe you had to hook it up on the first one, and that failed for me with the regular release and the Datong, so I'm glad it came like this. I'm not going to take it off. He comes with this death beam piece, and I mean, it looks okay. I didn't really like the first one, and I really don't like this one, so I'm probably never gonna pose him using it, but I mean, it's cool. I'm glad that they included it. Of course, he comes with two different tails, which I already showed. This is the one for just his normal standing, and then this is the one for when he's choking someone out, Vegeta. And he comes with two different pair of heads, which are actually different. He comes with his yelling face, which this one came with the first one, and I don't think that there's anything new. He still has the veins in his head, and his expression is just about the same. And then he comes with this one, which I believe the first one was like this, except he had one eye closed. So it was when he was standing on the mountain after he just got hit with Spirit Bomb. And to me, these expressions, they're cool, but none of them, in my opinion, really scream battle mode. Like, maybe this one, but this one just looks like he's afraid. Both of them, really, in my opinion, look like he's attacking or getting ready to attack, but he's afraid, which is weird because Frieza's cocky and very aggressive when he fights. So these faces just don't scream that. Now, lastly, he comes with this halo, which you just plug into the top of his head, as I said earlier. And as you guys can see, it's not going in. I'm not about to try and force it. Let's see. Nope, not about to force it. I'm probably going to have to heat that up a little bit. Or maybe it's because I'm angling it yeah, it's because I was angling it the wrong way, if I can talk. Angling it the wrong way. That's why. You kind of have to turn it a little bit when you plug it in there. And it goes fine. So, yeah, it's okay. I mean, it doesn't bother me. But the only time you don't see this piece right here, this plastic, is when you have his head tilted up. I mean, it looks cool like that, but other than that, it's just, yeah, I don't know. I don't really like that. But yeah, let's go ahead and put this guy back and check out some size comparisons. Now for some size comparisons, here he is standing next to the SH Figuarts Custom Trunks and an SH Figuarts Custom Goku, and as you guys can see, they both tower over him. Next up here is standing next to the SH Figuarts Super Vegeta and the SH Figuarts Lord Beerus. Lastly, here he is standing next to two figures that I enjoy much more than him, the Marvel Legends Black Panther and the Marvel Legends new release Deadpool. Now, to be honest, this figure is meh for me. I don't really care for it, but I knew that before I bought it. I'm just not the biggest Frieza fan in the world. Now, that being said, it is a really good figure. It really does capture the character, and for the most part, it's a great piece. Now, mine has a few issues like paint scuffs and stuff like that. I don't know what's been going on with Tamashii Nations lately, but man, this tail right here has several different scuff marks on it, like brown scratches. I'm not sure how well you guys can see it. Here's a black spot right there, brown spot right there, and it's really bad on this one, but I'm not going to get into that. I mean, for the most part, the paintwork is pretty clean. Figure looks nice. Detail is nice. Shading is a little bit intense, but I mean, it's there. It definitely will add to the figure. It will make the pictures look a whole lot better. He's loaded with accessories. That is also a plus. So for the most part, like I said, it's a good figure. I'm just not a Frieza fan, and I probably will hardly pose this guy. So yeah, I do highly recommend it if you guys want to get him. Check out my boys at Toys in the Box. That's where I got him. If you want to know the website, it is Toys in the Box. Go ahead and hit that pause button if you need to. But yeah, I'd say if I had to rate this figure, I'd give it I'll give it an 8 out of 10. It's a good figure. I don't want it to be rated low just because I'm not a fan of Frieza. So yeah, I'll just go with an 8 out of 10. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And of course, follow me on everything you see. Listen in the description below, man, for more content. And as always, I will talk to you guys later. Peace.